What is good, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the best free-to-play FPS titles available right now. These are mainly my favorites, and if yours didn't make the list, make sure to tell us about it down in the comments below. First up, Apex Legends, what I think is my favorite battle royale right now. Free-to-play from Respawn Entertainment, it features fantastic movement, solid legend design, cross-play. You can really get aggressive in your matches, and the match pacing is something I really like. Plus, it's got a nice ranked system in there. The only real downside with Apex Legends for me is the limited time game modes feel fairly lackluster. They haven't really found their stride just yet. But in my opinion, this is one of the best battle royale experiences out there currently, and the support Respawn gives the game is pretty great. Whether that's new legends, new lore, new trailers, new maps, etc. It is a living, breathing world that is fun to be a part of. I find myself coming back every single season, booting it up with my friends, and always having a good time. We can't be doing a free-to-play FPS list without mentioning Call of Duty Warzone. It has honestly had a bigger impact than I think most people have realized. From its streamlined armor and healing systems, the way it handles weapon and ammo economy, and just how it handles basically a Call of Duty Battle Royale, all attributes to the fact that it has had unbelievable success the last few years. Of course, featuring crossplay and additional game modes that you can always try out, Call of Duty Warzone is simply amazing. And while Activision has some issues on the SBMM side of things and how they're handling taking care of certain exploits, for the most part, Warzone can deliver with you and your friends a wonderful FPS experience. Tons of unlocks, a lot of depth, plenty of challenge to grind through. There's really no reason why Call of Duty Warzone will not continue to grow as time goes on. Plus, it has one of the coolest comeback mechanics ever in the Gulag, giving yourself the chance to 1v1 to get back into the fight and continue on with your friends. I hope more battle royales take some cues from Warzone here and learns from the innovations that it demonstrated. We're getting the big three out of the way very quickly with Valorant. Riot Games knows how to create successful esports. And while we are still in the early days of Valorant, time will tell if this blows up into an international phenomenon the way I know the company wants to. This is essentially the MOBA studio taking its skill set over into the FPS space and getting some of the best designers, engineers, and technology available to make a great competitive FPS experience. Built around a hero shooter mixed with Counterstrike, you really have a game here with a skill ceiling that is going to be nearly limitless. And of course, if it catches fire, no doubt worldwide will become one of the most successful FPS esports ever. If you're someone who enjoys a deep competitive experience and is willing to put the time and effort in, Valorant will deliver a wonderful experience. We'll just have to wait and see if it catches popularity worldwide with the esports scene. Did you like Quake back in the day? Well, then you may like Diabotical. Developed by the GD studio from James Too Good Harding, Diabotical is a spiritual successor to the old school Quake games. It's free to play, it's got a really cool art style, and it actually has plenty of game modes that give you the opportunity to learn about arena FPS games and play some sillier modes without having to sweat it out too terribly much. A lot of these old school arena FPS titles have such a big learning curve that it's hard to get engaged with this world, and it's still something that Diabotical grapples with, although it does it better than probably any other free-to-play arena FPS out there. If you want to check out something with a deep, fast, cool movement system with plenty of tech and also a big skill ceiling, Diabotical is right there for you. But be forewarned, if you get bit by the Quake bug, it can last a lifetime. Along those same lines, I've put Quake Champions in my free-to-play game list before for FPS titles. It is also free-to-play arena FPS game, small community, and also a very high skill curve to overcome. If you like the movement, if you like that style of gameplay, it is enjoyable for sure. I wish it would get a bigger player base and maybe have a little bit larger of skill variety there. But again, if you enjoy these old school arena FPS games, make sure you take the time to check Quake Champions out. Still going strong, and on PC and PS4, it's Planetside 2. If you have ever wanted to play a large-scale, futuristic FPS game, and I'm talking absolutely massive player counts, then Planetside 2 is for you. No two matches ever go exactly the same. Every match is a completely different experience, with vehicles, urban gunfights, all sorts of crazy large set pieces. Planetside 2 has a strong community, and it's held such a passion with that player base for so long because what it offers is unique. There's nothing else quite like Planetside 2, and the fact that it's free is pretty awesome. I've dove back into Planetside over the years many times, and every single session is always just a little bit different and features just awe-inspiring, epic, behemoth-sized gunfights. Really, really cool, although it does take quite a bit of teamwork to really shift the force and the momentum in your favor. But getting involved and hopping in a Discord for this game may be the pathway to an awesome set of new friends and a new community. Last time we did one of these videos, Counterstrike Global Offensive was not free. It is now, the king of esport FPS games. No matter how much time goes by, every single big tournament weekend, Counterstrike seems to always be right back in the forefront. An amazing game with an amazing history. Yes, it's got a large skill curve, but man, it really rewards you for playing. If you put the time and effort in to play, learn, and enjoy, this is the best PC competitive FPS experience that you can have. If you enjoy it, of course, this brand of gameplay. Big skill curve, and something that you could obviously commit a lifetime to try and get better at. It's a huge plus if you have friends who are involved, because the solo queue experience in competitive, well, that can be unique, let's just put it that way. If you have some buddies and you have the drive and you enjoy this game, Counter-Strike will deliver huge reward for all the time that you put in. Destiny 2 New Light. So a portion of Destiny 2 is free to play, and if you've never touched Destiny 2, there's actually some fun things to play with and experiment here. And if you enjoy it, you obviously can purchase expansions and get into the universe further. I have a lot of mixed feelings about Destiny 2. I go from loving the game to being frustrated with common mistakes that Bungie seems to have made throughout all of the lifespan of both D1 and D2. I still, at the end of the day, though, believe that if you've never tried Destiny 2, it's absolutely worth picking up. There's plenty on the PvP side for the free-to-play version, and then on the PvE side of things too, it will let you get your feet wet and see if it's something you want to buy into. Be forewarned though, the raids are absolutely incredible, and if you have some buddies to play it with, that for me is the pinnacle experience within Destiny 2. I will say, depending on when you watch this video, what is in the free-to-play version is continually changing, especially over the last 9 months. So it could be in an awesome state, or it could be in a very weird state, just depending on what Bungie's rolling into that free content side of the game. So in terms of honorable mentions, Team Fortress 2 and Warface. There's a handful of other great free-to-play FPS titles, and some of the games that I mentioned in my list a few years ago are no longer playable, unfortunately. So again, if I missed your favorite, let me know about it down in the comments below. Frankly, there's never been a better time for such great free-to-play FPS games. If I was growing up in this era, I tell you what, I'd get nothing done, because it's just pretty incredible. From the Battle Royale side to the competitive FPS space, there are so many really good free-to-play titles that you can sink thousands of hours into if you enjoy that style of gameplay. And with that said, you guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe to the channel, maybe like and comment. It does always help things out. And as I mentioned, if we missed your favorite, let us know. Have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you again very soon.